Algorithm 5. Algorithm 5 actually this algorithm we have to find the given number is a odd number or a even number. So how to find the odd number or even number? If a number is actually we have to get the number, divide the number by 2. If the remainder is 0, the number is even number. For example, if you take even number 2, 4, 6 and 8 or 10 so on so, if you divide it by 2, the remainder will be 0. For odd number, the remainder will be a number. For example, 5 if you divide it by 2, what will happen? The remainder is 1. If you take a 7, the remainder is 1. Okay, a non-zero value will be always the remainder. So we have to use this logic. Let the number to be solution. Let the number to be checked be represented by n. Okay, the value which is checked to be represented by the variable n. The number n is divided by 2 to give an integer quotient. Number is divided by 2 to give an integer quotient denoted by q. If the remainder designated as r, so the remainder is stored in the variable r. If r is 0, the value is 0, then n is even. Otherwise, the given number n is a odd number. This logic is applied in the following algorithm. So you already know that how to find the remainder in the previous example. So this example discuss the way to find. This example to discuss the way to find the remainder. But we are using the same algorithm. Okay, to find the remainder value. Okay, if I ask the user start, enter the number. Number is stored in n. Okay, then quotient q equal to n divided by 2. Okay, here we are using n is the dividend, 2 is a divisor. Okay, n divided by 2, and remainder is calculated n minus q quotient into 2. Okay, by this value we are calculating the remainder. If the remainder is 0, then print n is the even number. If the remainder not equal to 0, then print n is a odd number. Okay, we can take an example that okay, we take a n is 4. Okay, for example, quotient I am calculating. Okay, 4 divided by 2. Okay, the value is 2. So remainder I am calculating that. Okay, which is equal to r equal to okay n minus quotient value 2, and as well as the dividend 2, which is equal to 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0. If it is 0, what will happen? It is a even number. Okay, so the algorithm print it as a even number. Okay, if the value is 5 means we will get a value that odd number. Okay, a non-zero number means the algorithm will print the given number is a odd number. Next, we have to discuss about the example 6. Okay, largest among 3 numbers. Okay, what is the solution? We have 3 numbers represented by A, B, and C. There can be 3 ways for solving the problem. The 3 algorithms with some differences are given below. Okay, 3 steps are given below. Okay, the step 1, start, print, enter the 3 numbers. Okay, obtain the value A, B, and C are stored in the 3 values. We are using a logical operator and if A greater than or equal to B and B greater than or equal to C. Okay, that means that okay, both conditions should be true. A should be greater than B and B is greater than C. That means that A is greater than B and B is greater than C means A default A is greater than B as well as C also. In this condition, it will print okay A. So greater number is A. And we check B is greater than or equal to C. So B greater than C and C greater than C greater than or equal to A. This means B greater than C and as well as greater than A. That means then print B. Else we have to print C. The algorithm stops here. This is a algorithm to represent the biggest of the 3 numbers. Next, we have to discuss an algorithm to print the grade sheet. Okay, so grade sheet print for the final examination. So the criteria is given below. Marks: if a student obtain 91 to 100, the grade is O grade. 81 to 90, that means greater than 80 and less than or equal to 90 is an E grade. 71 to 80, A grade. 61 to 70, B grade. 51 to 60, C grade. So less than or equal to 50, that means F, that means fail. So for this, we have to write an algorithm. So solution, okay, the percentage of mark is obtained by the students is represented by the n, the percentage of mark. The algorithm for the given problem is given below. Start and print, enter the obtained percentage of mark. Okay, you have to ask the user, printer, enter the obtain percentage of mark, you have to store it in the variable. Input n means store it in the variable n. If n greater than 0 and n less than or equal to 50, n value greater than 0 and n less than or equal to 50, if the condition is true, then print f, fail grade. If n value greater than 50, this is greater than 50, and n less than or equal to 60, that means actually greater than 50, 51 to 60, then print C grade. Next, if check if n greater than or equal to 60 and n less than or equal to 70, that is 61 to 70, then print B grade. Next, if n greater than or equal to 70 and n greater than or equal to greater than 70 and greater than, less than or equal to 80, then it means n 71 to 80, print A grade. Next, n greater than 80 and less than or equal to 90, that means 81 to 90, then print E grade. Next, we have check if n greater than or equal to 90 and n less than or equal to 100, that means 91 to 100, then print O grade. Okay, any one of the condition will be true. Okay, based on the mark. Okay, if you give us, for example, if you give us 60 means what will happen, which is greater than or equal to 50 is true, and less than and less than or equal to 60, less than or equal to 60, less than or equal to 60 is equal to 60. The condition is true, that will print a C grade. For example, if you give a 49, what will happen? Okay, the n 14 greater than or equal to 0, true. Then n less than or equal to 50, that's true. 49 less than 50, that's less than or equal to 50, then it will print the F grade. Okay, once condition is executed, okay, it won't check other condition. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, in the sequence of we are having if statement is used in this algorithm. In this manner, we are able to calculate the grades of a given student by obtaining the overall percentage mark. Next, we are going to discuss about the pseudocode and flowchart introduction, and we are going to discuss the example of pseudocode alone in this video. Flowchart, we are going to discuss in the forthcoming video. Likewise, step form, which we so far discussed a step-by-step manner. Pseudocode is written statement of an algorithm using a restricted and well-defined vocabulary. A flowchart is a pseudocode. It is restricted and it is having a restricted, well-defined set of vocabulary. A flowchart comprises a set of standard shapes, boxes that are interconnected by the flow line to represent the algorithm. Flowchart is a standard shape boxes that are interconnected by the flow line to represent the algorithm. There should be a logical start and logical stop for the flowchart. Flowchart is having a logical start and logical stop. Using direction, using the arrow, okay, flow of procedure or a system is from left to right and top to bottom. Okay, we are able to use arrows. Okay, from the flow is represented as a top to bottom and left to right. The intersection of the flow line should be avoided in the flow chart. Okay, flowchart facilitates the communication between the programmer and the user. It is a logical representation. Okay, we should have a logical start and stop. Flow is represented from left to right and top to bottom. Intersection of flow lines are avoided. Communication between the programmers and user. Okay, flowchart facilitates the communication between the programmer and the user. Okay, flowchart we will discuss in the detail in the next video. Now we are going to discuss about the example of the pseudocode. So this is a we are having a very restricted set of vocabulary. We are not able to use English like a step form, which is discussed in the example of the previous example. These are all the step form. Okay. These are all the step form. So flowchart, pseudocode is having a restricted set of vocabulary. So begin and it is having a begin and then we have to use begin input x comma y, sum of two numbers. Then determine is a keyword. Okay, or we have to use the compute. Okay, determine or compute or calculate we can use determine sum equal to x plus y and print sum. Okay, sum will get printed and end. Okay, if you get a 10 comma 20 as an input, the 10 plus 20 30 is stored in the sum will get printed. Okay, pseudocode to obtain the average of three numbers. Pseudocode to obtain the average of three numbers. Okay, for example, begin display input three numbers. So display means okay, you have to give a display to the user. Three numbers input x comma y comma z. Three numbers will get stored in the x, y, z. First number in x, second number in y, third number in z. That determines sum equal to x plus y plus z. The sum value total, the three value is x plus y plus z is stored in the sum. For 10, 20, 30 is given. 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 30, 60. 60 is stored in the sum. So we have to calculate the average of three numbers. Okay. So average, what we have to do, the total value of the three numbers divided by 3 is yield the average. Okay. So average equal to 60 by 3 is 20. 20 is stored in the average and print AVG means average will get printed N. Okay. The program will end. So good. We will discuss in this video so many example of the algorithm step form and as well as example of the pseudocode. We'll discuss about the flowchart in the forthcoming videos in detail. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video.